Hi, educators! Let's go over how Quantile Teacher Assistant can be used to supplement your teaching practice. There are many ways Teacher Assistant can be used to complement your instruction, but in this video, we are just going to go over a few examples. Let's use the Grade 5 North Carolina Standard for fluently multiplying multi-digit whole numbers using the standard algorithm. Before introducing this standard, I want to make sure that my students have the prerequisite skills required for this content. Luckily, I can use the Quantile Teacher Assistant tool to quickly look up these prerequisite skills. To begin accessing this tool, I'll need to head over to hub.lexile.com. After signing in, I can locate Teacher Assistant on the home page under Quantile Tools. Once in the Teacher Assistant tool, I will need to select my state, the grade level or course, and the standard my class will be working on. After submitting my selections, if I scroll down a bit, I can find my Focus QSC, Quantile Skill and Concept. This is the QSC that matches the standard I will be teaching. To the left of the Focus QSC are my prerequisite QSCs. These are the skills that my students will need to have mastered before beginning instruction in the Focus QSC. I may want to use these to do a refresher lesson with the whole class or with a smaller group of students for more targeted instruction. Clicking on one of the prerequisite QSCs will take me to a page where I can find a list of activities focused on that math skill. Selecting Show Resources reveals the list of available free math activities such as worksheets, games, and videos for this QSC. I can use these resources to reteach the prerequisite standards to a small group of struggling students, assign them as homework for a couple of nights leading up to introducing the new standard, as morning work for a quick refresh, and more. After ensuring that my students are prepared for instruction on the Focus QSC, I review the resources specified for that QSC to identify materials that will enhance my lesson. For example, I see several videos and games to choose from. I can select one of these to play during my lesson. I can also post the videos to my class webpage for students to reference during independent practice. These resources are also great to share with families for extra practice at home. Often, many families love to view the resources so they can learn the strategies and methods their student is being taught in school, and then they are better equipped to reinforce learning at home. Which brings me to one of my favorite features of the Quantile Teacher Assistant, and that is the ability to create and save lists of math resources. In doing this, the Teacher Assistant will generate a link that can easily be shared with students and families. To do this, I will first need to select my resources and save them by selecting the plus sign located to the right of them. Once I have all of my resources saved, I can scroll to the top of the page and select Resource Center in the upper right-hand corner. Here, I can see all of the resources that I have saved. To create a new list, all I need to do is select the activities that I want to be included and then select Create New List. I will need to name the new list, and I also have the option for including a description. So, for this list, I can name it Multiplying Multi-Digit Whole Numbers and write for independent or at-home practice in the description. A shareable link to the resource list is then generated. I can post this to my class webpage, include it in classroom newsletters, and even share it with colleagues throughout the school building. I can make lists for classroom practice, at-home practice, tutorials for families, and more. I can even use the impending QSCs, the QSC students will encounter after the Focus QSC, to make a list of enrichment activities for early finishers and those who have quickly mastered the Focus QSC. So, as you see, incorporating Quantile Teacher Assistant into classroom practice opens up a world of possibilities for personalized learning, making it an invaluable tool for educators, students, and families. Ready to discover more ways to use Quantile Teacher Assistant in your teaching practice? Head over to hub.lexile.com to begin exploring today. Developed by Metametrics. Copyright 2023, Metametrics Incorporated, all rights reserved.